Fantasy football fans, it's me, the Fantasy Football Girl, coming at you with an all-new edition of Vlog Times. I want to start out by thanking each and every one of you for the amazing birthday wishes. Oh my goodness, you have no idea how special you've made me feel today on my birthday. I've been blown away by the kind words, the love, the support, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I also obviously have to give a big birthday shout out to the coach, Mr. Mike Digka, who I share a birthday with. Thank you for allowing me to share the spotlight, and happy 72nd. All right, last thing is to remind everyone that the X's and Y's podcast is now available on iTunes. If you like what you've been hearing, please give us a good review and a nice rating. If you haven't heard us yet, go to iTunes and check us out, or go to www.hisandhersfootball.com. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Bus bombs and bonuses for Week 6. 2 touchdowns in Week 5 to 2 receptions in Week 6. Vernon Davis, you are killing me, and you're my bust for Week 6. Now, granted, I know it wasn't all his fault. Vernon Davis, tight end for the San Francisco 49ers, who had those 2 receptions that I just mentioned. Oh, for a whopping 8 yards, by the way, in the 49ers' victory over the Detroit Lions on Sunday, spent most of his day blocking against that formidable Lions pass rush. I get it. I absolutely expected his production from Week 5, where he saw a less than staunch Tampa Bay secondary, to drop in Week 6. Fine. But 2 receptions for the entire game, 0 production in the entire second half of the game, and a Delaney Walker touchdown in the last 2 minutes of the game. So much of that is bust-worthy. Now, I just mentioned Delaney Walker. Waiver wire hounds, do not pull the trigger and go crazy. Let's not forget that Week 7 is a bye for the 49ers. If you're looking for a replacement for Vernon Davis just this week and you're thinking about a sleeper, I'm just going to throw a name out there. Possible Daniel Fells, tight end for the Broncos. More of that on the X's and Y's podcast. Again, that's a super sleeper, but if you're desperate, I'd prefer you do that over Delaney Walker, who's not even playing in Week 7 anyway. Still, Vernon Davis. Some consistency. That's all your owners are asking for. Oh, hey, Mike Shanahan. Yeah, no, I did get your message. Yes, you are crystal clear. I absolutely understand. You hate fantasy football. Tim Hightower, my bomb for Week 6. By the way, Tim Hightower was also listed as a starter in Week 6 against the Philadelphia Eagles, but he didn't see the field. Nah. I mean, why bother listing him as inactive when he has this shoulder injury? There might be an emergency against the Philadelphia Eagles' run defense where you have to throw him in. Let's instead give the bulk of the carries to Ryan Terrain, and by bulk of the carries, I mean he rushed the ball 10 times for 22 yards. And then Roy Halou, of course, backed him up, carrying the ball twice for 6 yards, also having 2 receptions for 11 yards. Don't get me started on this Redskins offense. You know I could go off about Sexy Rexy for hours. Next week, the Redskins see the Carolina Panthers. Would normally be a nice matchup since the Carolina Panthers don't have a great run defense, but they're still better than Philadelphia's. So if the Redskins didn't get it done in Week 6, I doubt they're going to get it done in Week 7. This backfield is a mess. It's a guessing game. I feel like Hightower is unusable, certainly until that shoulder heals up. Sorry. After a pretty bad bust and bomb, I think we're all ready for a little bonus. Enter Josh Freeman. Thank you for showing up. He completed 23 of 41 passes for 303 yards and 2 touchdowns in Tampa Bay's surprising win over the New Orleans Saints on Sunday. He also was not intercepted once, nor was he sacked. This was his first 300-plus yard game since December of 2009 and his first 2 touchdown game of this season. Certainly, he has frustrated and disappointed many fantasy owners. With the exception of Week 4, he's been pretty much a dud. Also, speaking of frustration and duds, those 2 touchdowns that I mentioned, Aurelius Ben received one of them, Preston Parker caught the other. Not much production for Kellen Winslow or Mike Williams. That's certainly frustrating. Week 7, Tampa Bay will fly all the way across the pond to London and see the Chicago Bears. Now expect Freeman to drop back down to backup quarterback status in Week 7. Julius Peppers is going to be all over this O-line, and I expect Freeman to get sacked again. That's not a homer pick. That's just getting real. Still, if you need someone's on a bye and you have faith in him, I guess you can plug him in, but there are going to be other options. He's still a fine bonus, though.